That's been funny.
Stop talking.
My kid wasn't the only one that was sick this week.
You just didn't want us to stick our foot in it.
Yeah, I just want to make sure we're all talked out. That's been funny.
What? Right,
You're all set.
so I will open the meeting at 4:01. Good, please. Promise you join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Any adjustments to the agenda? Hearing. Public comment. Somebody from the public, but you're probably here for the agenda.
No, I'm not here for it.
Hello, Catherine. Anybody else out there?
Hello.
All right, old business. Update on possible land purchase. John?
Well, we're supposed to close on the Smith property. I was gonna look that up. I think it's next Wednesday or Tuesday. And
What's the date?
hang on when I'm looking.
Who's
Um,
back?
Oh, excuse me, the 6th,
No.
Wednesday.
Okay.
Jim and I just talked, and we just feel we need to basically, if you recall, town meeting gave the select board the authorization to purchase property. It didn't say we had to. So we need, similar with the climb, we feel we should have a record where the board actually takes action to pull the trigger, so to speak, and actually purchase it. So with that in mind, I'll make a motion that pursuant to the authority granted to the select board by Article 7, oh, that's right, as passed at the 2023 South Thompson Annual Town Meeting, that the select board in the name of the town purchased 3 parcels of land from Jeffrey T. Smith for the sum of $50,000. Said parcels of land consisting of 118 acres, more or less, identified on the town's tax map as map 08 lot 5, 09 lot 6, and map 13 lot 6. And is more particularly described in a deed from Irving F. Smith and Marilyn K. Smith dated December 20, 1998, found at book 2310, pages 183 and 185. I'm actually going to say deeds. This says deed. I believe there's more than one. I further move to authorize the town treasurer to issue a check in the amount of $50,000 to the James Strong Trust account upon delivery of 2 deeds. That's not, I don't think that's accurate. So I'm just going to say deed or deeds from Smith for said parcels that are satisfactory to Attorney James Strong.
I will second that.
Good. Any further discussion? We hope we hear back on the grant. Should.
I will do my best to get some feedback before that.
Yeah. Well, again, we tried,
Which I,
and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but
well,
we
they
promised,
understood the urgency,
Yeah.
so hopefully.
and we promised the townspeople that we would try, and I think we made a good faith effort, or you guys made a good faith effort. So very
It
good.
helped, thank you.
I think Catherine has her hand. Catherine? did you-
Catherine?
Yes, again, I want to make sure we are all set with respect to the survey. Did we get hold of whatever survey information he had for his plots?
Well, as I said before, there is no completed survey. There's a preliminary survey that Jim Strong has, which means we have it.
Okay,
But there is no, and it clearly says on a preliminary survey. But again, it comports, for lack of a better word, with the town survey, which is right here, and with Prethero's survey, which we have a copy of, I believe. If not, we can get one from Dawn. And those 3 surveys, right around that Bork property and the Prethero, property do not comport with the current tax map, and Kevin is changing the tax maps to reflect what the 3 surveys show. So I want to be clear, we do not have a formal signed certified survey for the Smith property. But again, I talked to the surveyor, I think we explained this at the last meeting, and he found nothing that he thought was like, I think his words were, wow, that's not even close. And any concern that he does have would be with what he called the head of the lot, which is the back line on the lots coming off 32. And at some point, we probably will have to get a survey or enter in some boundary agreements or something. We may.
Yes, I mean, so the surveyor has been retained by the town. I mean, is there a fee? Because we will probably have to get a document, you know, certifying something to the requirement and standards of LMF. So obviously we are trying to get that at the least possible cost. And so, you know, we will have to look into all these details. And then one of the other condition of LMF was that all the plots be free of any lien or any, you know, disputes or whatever. So this is all clear with respect to tax payments and whatever. There is nothing due.
Well, the tax, yeah, I mean, we'll have the title opinion from Jim that is looking into all that. And we'll have that before we close, obviously. And the property taxes will be prorated. Smith, just like Klein, will pay the first 54 days or 58 days, maybe in the Smith case. And then the intent is to bring the balance that's due to the next select board meeting and abate the taxes, because now the town owns it, we're not going to pay ourselves. So,
Yeah.
but if we don't abate them, the system will generate liens and stuff and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So that's the plan. But we have not retained the surveyor. We have just talked to the surveyor.
Okay.
And he did indicate that he felt he could complete that fairly easily. When I talked to him, though, he said it was something he couldn't even begin to think about until probably late fall. And he did give me a rough quote. I don't remember what it was. I mentioned it one night here. I want to say it was, I want to say it was 7,000. It's quite a bit, yeah. Because it's a big parcel. It's a lot of traipsing around out there. So, anyways, I just want to be clear that we, and I think we made a conscious decision and we understand this, and there may be some adjustments that are made.
So just for precaution, I think we should try to pull out the information from the grant book, you know, and forward that to you, and then you can communicate that to the surveyor, see if it's something he can do, you know, to conform to what's needed.
Well,
Yeah,
at this point, if the survey could include Smith and Klein, because it'll all be our
one
land,
person.
the
Yeah.
town's land.
Yeah,
So once the town gets it surveyed, the survey will need is Smith and Klein and whatever the select board ultimately decides of town land to put into the preserve. But we could, there's probably gonna be 2 surveys, but it doesn't have to be 3, I think, if we can manage that.
I'm not, I didn't come here tonight prepared to talk about
No.
the details, but I'm aware of that fact, and I'm also aware that we may get disqualified from LMF because we don't have that information in hand, so we may.
I think they give us time. They only.
Yeah.
I have to read it again, but my recollection is that they need a survey. If we actually, if they say, yes, we're planning to give you a grant, they don't make us do it when we're just applying.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, so, we'll have to sort those details out, but I don't, again, I want to reiterate, we do not have a survey on the Smith property or the Klein property. Okay,
And we're not intending to get one until we need one.
Right.
Right.
All right, any further discussion? All those in favor? All right. 3-0, it passes. Any last discussions or topics or?
I think I reported to you that we did close on the Klein property last. Wednesday. So. Town owns that property now.
So we own one,
The Klein property,
yes, but we own
actually, both two parcels.
one acre rectangle surrounded by Smith
Yeah.
for the moment.
I
Right.
don't know how that happened.
I don't know. Although Jeff told me he thinks that might be under the original house lot because there's actually remnants of an old stone foundation on that 1 acre lot. Yeah, on that 1 acre lot. That's what he told me. I don't know if it's.
Catherine, you know,
Yeah, there were stone blocks, but so few of them that it's really hard to say. You
Well,
know,
that's what he said. So that's just sort of interesting. Doesn't matter. It's just interesting.
All right, without objection, we are adjourned. Great.
all right.
Thank you, Catherine.
Well, I was
Thanks.
hoping-
Bye.
Me too, actually.
Bye.
I'm gonna get this back to you. I think Terry changed the deed. At one place. But she
Okay,
made it plural.
yeah.
I think we're gonna get one deed.